Usually for these kind of videos, I only have one deck to show you how powerful the deck is. But for Frost Death Knight, things are so wacky and still undiscovered, I have 3 different lists that I think you need to see. Before we get started, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone who's been watching these videos. Because of you guys, this was my most successful week on YouTube to date so far. I was able to get about 400 subscribers, 5,000 hours of watch time, and about 64,000 views total in just a week. So huge shout out to everyone who's watching this content. I love being able to show you guys deck lists and hopefully give you guys an idea of what to play if you're having issues trying to figure out what might be good or what might be fun in this meta. But now that we got that out of the way, let's go on to the most fun Death Knight deck that I think is possible right now. Tempo Frost Death Knight. I want to say Blood every single time before I say Death Knight for some reason. But regardless, Frost Death Knight is actually so good that I have 3 different lists that I want to showcase you. And this first one that you're seeing right now is the one with the best stats, quote unquote, on HSReplay. This deck is a little bit clunky in my opinion, but does have a lot of things going for it, and it actually uses Deathchiller, and I will get the Deathchiller here in a moment because I think this card actually does have some potential, even though I immediately dismissed this card, and some people are still dismissing this card because it's just not as powerful as, like, say, Flamewaker, for example. It just doesn't do enough for a lot of people. But I have some games coming up ahead in the clips coming up that actually showcase Deathchiller being a legitimately good card if you can amass enough resources. But that's the thing, you gotta amass the resources. So this deck is all in on trying to be able to draw, being able to find those resources. But if you look at the curve of almost all of these decks, by the way, all of these decks have a significantly lower curve because it's not just about building up a gigantic combo anymore. You want to actually play minions, you want to get in chip damage, and you want to try and fight for the board as well as you can, because there are ways for you to be able to pull things around with gigantic spell damage combos or with, you know, a bunch of AoEs. But this is where things get really interesting because I saw another list that I tested out yesterday, which 2 games up ahead will have this deck being showcased. This deck actually performed very well for me, and Labor was the one who took this to, I forget what rank, I'll put it up on the screen for you, but he's been optimizing this list to where we have a Vicious Slither Spear in the deck, and we're still running Deathchiller. So this deck is really interesting because we're also taking out the spell damage. He is saying that Guild Traders, Blood Mage Thalnos are too clunky, and instead we'll just throw in a couple Talented Arcanists in order to have those gigantic turns if we need them. And I'll tell you right now, Talented Arcanist works really well with Howling Blast. Really good AoE tool that you can use there. And you're still using Remorseless Winter in this deck as well, so there might be a time you can get you 4 damage AoE. This could be a time you can just throw 7 damage to the face with a Frostworm Fury. That actually happened in one of my games that I got lethal with. Not in the games coming up ahead, but I had a lot of games with this deck yesterday. I'll put up my stats yesterday, but I think I was above, like, 55, almost 60% with these 2 decks. I know that I went 9 and 8 with the first deck, with the HSReplay deck, and since I might as well tell you the stats, let me go ahead and look up what I got for this deck. With this deck, I ended up going 9 and 7 with, so I was almost at like a 55-60%. But this deck actually, this archetype does feel really, really good. So good that apparently Superior David ended up playing this list, and this list is completely different than anything that I've seen before. We're running Sir Finley Sea Guide, Far Watch Post, and we're still running Guild Traders. We got Venomous Scorpion now in the deck, and for some reason, Rune Forging is in the deck, even though we have the Overseer in the deck in order to draw frost spells. But according to David, it doesn't really matter because you just want to try and mulligan for this card anyway, and drawing spells can sometimes be more important than the AoE. I don't know how much I agree with that, but David got rank 93 Legend with it. With this deck, it's actually somewhat pretty decent. He ended up playing in top Legend and winning with it. So it's like this deck does have potential, and we are still figuring out what the best 30 card Death Knight decks really don't exist. But we're still figuring out what the best 40 cards are, and it's just really amazing to see this archetype go in so many different directions. But one thing is certain, playing for tempo and playing for the board is something you absolutely need to do with this deck. You can't just amass combo pieces and do nothing while your opponent is killing you with a gigantic board of ghouls. Like, let's be honest, if your opponent does the thing by turn 3, turn 4, even these decks kind of have some problems with it, but there are some ways of being able to finesse your way around certain matchups, and hopefully the clips coming up ahead will do a good job of being able to showcase that. But thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this deck intro. If you enjoy this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, just like about 350 other people did this last week. So again, thank you so much for the constant support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this intro. I'll see you for the next video. I don't like single player games. I don't have a retort for that, because right now this everyone keeps comparing it to Knights of the to United and Stormwind, and I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. But I mean, like, what are the best decks right now? The best decks kill you from hand with almost zero interaction. Like, you know what? You know what? What if we, okay, let's do a science experiment, okay? Let's do some counting. I made a video today on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/ClarkHellScream. Subscribe if you aren't already. I made a video today. Oh my dear lord, and it's already sitting at 700 views in less than an hour. But yeah, let's take a look at the decks that I put in here. Good lord, that is a lot of views, and that is going to be a lot of views at the end of the day. Okay, so Deathrattle Rogue, a deck that is pretty much, you know, your opponent can interact with. Concoction Rogue, they kill you with gigantic weapon. Mailbox Rogue, there's literally a turn 1 weapon. There's literally a turn 1 lethal. Quest Demon Hunter, we already know the opinion on that. Bless Priest kills you from hand. Egg Priest, one of the only control decks on this list. Armor Druid kills you from hand. Armor Druid kills you from hand. Aggro Druid, it's aggro. Evolve Shaman, one of the only board-based decks on here. And then we have Death Knight decks. Those are the best decks according to me, and I wouldn't lie to you guys. I wouldn't lie to you guys, and that was like 80% decks that kill you from hand or kill you with an uninteractive combos of some way. It's really annoying how we have several classes and several archetypes that fight for board, but they literally don't matter a lot of the time. And like, in a board-based meta, this Frost deck should be the best. 100%. But it doesn't have that good matchup going for it, sadly. Okay, so Lady Death Whisper on 4 seems really good. Honestly, if Death Knight wasn't introduced, it would be United in Stormwind. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, Armor Druid and Rogues are really the only big problem in my... Oh, and Priest. You could also argue the Demon Hunter, but I just feel like that deck needs one small change, and then it becomes a lot more manageable. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this and get rid of the Divine Shield. 3 mana and 0 mana card good enough to copy, especially when I've got this and potential spell damage. Once I see a lot of cards getting nerfed this upcoming patch, then I'll compare it to United and Stormwind. I think that's the best thing to do. I think that's always the best thing to do. Oh my, I gave him value. We're just gonna go for value. Alright, if he trades, I don't really particularly care, but I also could do this now. But I have Guild Trader with this. That actually seems a reason. That's a very legitimate reason to hold on. Next turn, we got a pretty good turn. If he doesn't go too wide. At the same time, if he does go wide, I've got technically AoE. Hey, I know this song. Oh, God. Okay, things are actually going into Turbo Overdrive now. I guess this is an appropriate time for this music to play. Wait, is this lethal? No, it's not lethal, but it's freaking close. Alright, I mean, this is lethal next turn with the Remorseless Winters. Yo! One Punch Man theme giving me power? No way you find a lifesteal minion. If you find a lifesteal minion, I'm actually the unluckiest player in the world. I don't even know how you change Druid outside of getting rid of Bran or taking Armor Minion and making it the next minion instead of all minions this turn. You wanna know how you kill Druid? You wanna know the very simple way you kill Druid? Make Nourish 6 mana again. Like, seriously, make Nourish 6 mana again, and it's actually a problem. They don't have what they need in order to survive. Alright, what else you got? A Light Ray? Wait, what's the other legendary minion? Is it not good enough to play? Okay. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Whoa! Well, I just top deck lethal. Guaranteed lethal. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I was about to be like, how do we win this game if I can't kill him? Ugh, that was actually scary. That was really scary. I think the Blood Crusader really helped us there because he ended up dealing a lot of damage to himself. In fact, he did deal 9 to himself. That's important to remember. Did they do that with Demon Hunter when it was first released? Did they like allow people not to ban Demon Hunter when it was first in a tournament? I don't think they did. I don't think they did. Okay, I am keeping this. It definitely sets a terrible precedent, I agree. I honestly prefer to play against Deathchiller Rogue versus the Deathrattle version. Wait, you prefer to play against Deathrattle? I'd rather go up against Deathrattle. I think Deathrattle is easier to counter as an archetype. But you can at least freeze a board or silence the entire board and then clear it. But you can't stop a weapon. I wish we had Gluttonous Ooze, dude, because then Rogue would be a problem, right? No one plays Viper, everyone plays Ooze. Back to the Ooze meta. Doing tutorial in Asia. Hey, Papa Lim, get those free cards. It really doesn't matter. Like, this decision right now literally makes no difference. It makes no impact. And the reason why it makes no impact is because Death Knight is probably not going to see play at Worlds. I think that after this first week, people are seeing the stats and like, nope, don't want to do it. But there also is the other part where what if there's like a perfect 40 or a perfect 30 that literally just wins games? Not saying I believe that's going to happen, but it could happen. So we'll trade here, coin, play Thoracid. Hopefully this kills that. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Oh, we missed both. Man. Oh, wait, you know what I could have done? I think I missed some... Yeah, I missed some damage to the face. I could have coined. See where the damage went. Wait. Now this summons 2. Oh, wait, that's right. It summons more now because of this. Well, this is bad. I need to hit a Fury. And if he plays 2 defensively, he'll just lose. But he honestly should just hit me in the face for 20. Yeah, dude, this was all because I couldn't kill the 2-2. This is literally all because I couldn't kill a damn 2-2. If I would have killed the 2-2, we would have been fine. Was it ever just coin Glacial Advance? No, because then we couldn't play the 2-drop. Wait, no, I coined out... Yeah, I fucked up, actually. Don't hit Fury, what the fuck? Funny, but you can't ban DK during Worlds? Yeah. Wait, so what does this have? Summon a ghoul. They both have summon 2 ghouls. Why isn't he hitting me in the face harder? Don't want to summon any more minions. I need one more turn to survive. Probably just gonna trade into this. Yeah, I could have killed the 2-2 if I played 2 spells. It was still random, but it was better chances. I was going for a 50-50. Well, I mean, hold on a minute. 67, then another 67. Isn't it just technically better to take the 50-50? Or am I doing my statistics wrong? God, I know that I say that I'm good at Hearthstone, but probabilities always fuck me up sometimes. At least doing them in my head. Wait, I'm not dead. Are you telling me there's a chance? Are you telling me there's like actually a chance here? Do I ever freeze a minion? Could hit him for 2. I think I just have to go all in. Yeah, I gotta go all in, don't I? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, hit the right card, hit the right card. Cool, cool, cool. Now we can win with Astalor if this hits this again. Oh my god, are you telling me that we could potentially win this because he didn't just smork face? Dude, he just should have smorked face. Okay, so 50-50 was better than that? Okay, good. Wait, but it's not squared. It's just... Wait, no, it is squared. It's 0.67 technically. 0.67 squared. Because I have to hit those twice. Yeah, I think, yeah, the 50-50 was definitely right. Shambler's not in effect, right? Come on, top deck damage, or I have to hit this. Hit this, it's lethal. My opponent screwed up, let me punish them. My opponent screwed up,
I wish to punish them. Okay, okay, good. Yes! Oh, I misplayed so badly! He threw this game, dude! Just, if you summon 20 damage worth of minions by like turn 4, turn 5, just go face. I'm a Death Knight, I don't have healing. I didn't have my AoE freeze, he took way too long, he played it way too safe. He thought my minions were the threat and they were not. Didn't kill Astalar. Astalar's win rate's high enough, I gotta raise up Frostworm Furies. Kyuketsuki. There you go, Kyuketsuki. Takes me a minute to get my mouth ready for that. Hold on a minute. Don't take that out of context. Is Frost the best DK now? Unholy got me to Legend easily, but it's fallen off hard. Yeah, it's a great climb to Legend deck, but once you hit Legend, or even like in the Diamond ranks, man, it gets rough. Wait, Linga? Don't you mean Ligma? I think you mean Ligma. Are you enjoying this version or the previous version more? I need more games under this deck before I give it my my seal of approval. But I mean, I kind of like how this deck plays more for tempo than the other deck. The other deck has like more of a combo, but this deck still does run combo and can still feel like it just does nothing but curve. Currently working on my final lecture for the exam tomorrow. I almost have my Concoction Rogue deck fully golden. I think it's a top 3 deck, and I love golden Putricide Value. Wait, it's your top 3 favorite decks ever? Congrats, man. I'm glad that you're enjoying the expansion that much. If you're a Rogue player, a Priest player, a Druid player, or I guess now a Demon Hunter player, you gotta be really happy with the cards now. You gotta be really happy. I hate the idea of giving him minions, but it's like at some point I'm gonna have to like actually play something. I can go like this maybe? This matchup feels awful when you give them minions, and they have nothing to play onto the board, so they're gonna use them. Yo, Al Doric, thank you so much for that follow, man. Good to have you here. Ooh, wait, he used that already? And now he summoned tutus? Just hit him in the face. He'll trade. Don't worry, he'll trade. Eventually. This into this might be useful for the second wave, but I don't think that's going to be good enough. Usually like 8s and 9s that we got to worry about. I really loved it, especially since Rogue is one of my least played decks. Literally 70 wins since last week, and now I'm on 105. Wow, you've never played Rogue. I will warn you, the deck is probably getting nerfed. To some capacity. Oh my, really? Okay. How much did he heal from that? Only 8? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Come on, hit the Fury. Hit the Fury. Yes. Perfect. Okay. That's one Unleash Fel I don't have to worry about. And that's really the only card that bothers me in this matchup. Because the healing is the only thing I don't like. So he's trying to find, he's probably playing Relic of Dimensions next turn. I think this actually is just better. I don't like giving him minions to work with, but it's like I need to be able to close this gap. So Glacial Advance into Frostworm Fury is 9 plus 6, 15. I can't kill him next turn. So as long as I dodge the other Unleash Fel, I should be okay. I can't imagine Concoctions getting nerfed and not Draka or Sprint. Concoctions aren't getting nerfed, but Rogue as a whole is going to get nerfed. And right now there are a lot of Concoction decks that kind of like add like a separate package to these other decks. Like Maestra Miracle with Concoctions. There's also Mailbox Miracle with Concoctions. Concoctions won't get touched, but yeah, other decks that Concoctions are in are going to get nerfed. I don't know what Concoction Rogue you're running now, but odds are that, like, some deck is going to get nerfed by Rogue. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Okay. Ooh, wait a minute. This could kill, actually. Come on. Go face? Yeah, didn't go face. Is it possible anymore? That went face. This needs to draw a Ice Touch. Is this still possible? If I did this here, go 2. No, I don't think it's possible anymore. I might need to trade my minions off to make sure I don't die to the healing. Okay. No matter what, I have Fury into hero power. And I guess we technically have we have Marrow now. Marrow! I don't know about you guys, but every single time I say Marrow, I have to tell myself not to say Meryl. Meryl. I saw a video of the Rogue, who had a combo. Oh, yeah. Oh god, I think Vinz? V-I-N-Z was the player that happened to. I ended up making a short on YouTube about that, so you might have saw my video. But if you saw it on Twitter, then that's the guy who it happened to, I think. I'm running Concoction with Deathrattle, Burning Acolyte. Okay, yeah, Deathrattle might get nerfed. If that happened to me, I instantly uninstall. I would actually quit Hearthstone for the day. If I was like on the edge or like on the fence of like streaming that day, and then that happened to me, oh my god, dude, I'd be gone. Is it fun that people isn't it fun that people have forbidden to ban DK in Worlds? You mean that Blizzard is wanting to not ban DK? I don't know if I agree with that, in all honesty. I don't know if I agree with that precedent. Wait, this heals him for 2. That's not good enough to survive. So this doesn't kill me, right? Now it only heals for 1. Yeah, this isn't nearly enough damage. Good try. I mean, playing Jace for 4 mana on turn 7, that's pretty impressive. But I'm taking this win. Okay, dude, let's go. Tempo. Like, I feel like the only reason why you need Renathal in this deck is because you need the survivability. Other than that, the deck just works as a tempo deck.